Hi everyone, hope you are doing well. Last Friday, we played the leadership game with three participants Irfan, Abbas, and Sarwar. And we discussed a lot of things and learned several things. So I just thought to convert this into a lesson and share it with you so that it can be helpful to you also. So let's see what we discussed on that day. First of all, we discussed that we all should understand our passion and then we should feel joy to work on it. And one of the participants gave one of the example that raising kids, like raising kids for mom, is not a work. It may be tough, but it's not a work. They feel they enjoy it and they consider it as a passion raising kids. So they don't feel it that it's a work for them. Another example he gave that sometimes it's not easy to pursue our work, our passion, or our expertise in the workplace. So some of the people, what they do, they come out of the workplace and create a zone for them, and in that particular zone or that particular time, they help other people with their expertise. Some do the freelancing and some do the coaching thing, some do the networking thing, but somehow they pursue their passion out of the workplace and they enjoy doing it. So this is how we should embrace our passion and unleash the joy of our work. But it all depends on what choices we make. Choices in life is very important. And one of the participants shared a very important thing that choice is like game of the life because we choose something not working for us, we drop it. Something that is working for us, we choose it. So it's like a game, dropping something and choosing something. And he gave a very good example that he used to drop his kids to the school, and that used to take the time of 2 hours for him because he used to stay in a busy city. So one day he decided that he will keep some driver for it, and then the time that he will save, he will use it for his personal development. Now, another example one person gave that when we get the lunch hours, it's generally for 1 hour, or in some companies, even if it is for 2 hours. But how we use it? Do we eat lunch for 2 hours or 1 hour? No, we finish our lunch merely in 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So the remaining time, you can be very intentional to use or pursue your passion or to help you develop your personal development. Now, another very good thing we discussed that you should evaluate your choices, and especially if choice is something very important for your life, you should go deeper and evaluate it properly before choosing it. And he gave an example that when we search for the job, what we basically do, we generally compare the salary and then change the job. And that's not the way. What he said that job is shapes our life. So when job shapes our life, it's very important to go beyond just comparing the salary and look the other aspect, like what is the job security, who is the management, what is the culture in that organization. So everything we should evaluate and go deeper. And this was very interesting. One participant said that it's a life and we can choose something that's not working for us. We can make bad choices. And if that happens in your life, don't feel shy to take a U-turn. So when you make a bad choice, take a U-turn. Now, if once you have chosen, you need to have a positive attitude because if you will have positive attitude, it will create endless possibilities for you. And one of the participants said that in his company, there was a requirement or the legal requirement to hire the locals. And initially, they were considering it as a burden because it's a legal requirement. They have to hire the locals, they have to train them, and then they were not getting any result from it. But one day, company decided that they will believe in the trainee, and with that belief, they will hire, and with that attitude, they will train the trainees. And then he gave an example that they had 50 trainees, and out of that 50 trainees, 30 turned out to be a productive employee for them. What changed? Same company, same trainees. What changed was the attitude towards training those candidates. and they get a very good result from it. Another person gave another perspective to it. He said that if you want to be something, for example, if you want to be a manager, have an attitude like manager. Start thinking like a manager. And he gave an example of an engineer. So if you are an engineer, then you are very technical and you think technically and you are very good in your job. But when you want to be a manager, you need to change your attitude, you need to change your thinking, and you need to start thinking like a manager. So how you think in managing job, people are very important. So you can start thinking that how can I make people better, how can I lead the people better, how can I make the people life better. So this kind of thinking you can do when you want to be a manager. So the point here is that if you want to be something, have an attitude like that and start thinking like that. And this is a very important point we discussed, that whatever you do, you need to stay focused. And especially in this world, if you have set a goal, if you have found your passion, you have a right attitude, you have made the choice that I'm going to do this, the biggest challenge will be focus, because there is a lot of distraction. And he gave an example that if you want to pass your PMP exam, you need to avoid the distraction and just focus on passing that exam. But another participant added another perspective to it. And he said, there's another way to it. If you want to achieve something or be something, then create a system. And he was actually inspired from the book Atomic Habit, written by James Clear. And it's one of the good book on personal development and creating your habit. And I suggest all of you to read this book. Now, the point here was, in this book, the crux was, choose an identity. If you want to be an athlete, so what you should do, you should run every morning. So create a system to run every morning and then get better at least 1% every day. So how you do here, choose an identity. I'm an athlete. Create a system. I will run 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours every morning. And then every day, try to improve yourself. So this is a system. Now, I should eat healthy. Why? Because my identity, I'm an athlete. I should not eat junk food. So you should avoid junk food. So get better 1% every day in this area. So this is also a way to focus. Like choose your identity, create your system, and get better 1% every day. So just to recap the session, what we discussed. First of all, don't feel shy to pursue your passion, whether in your office, if the office culture is not good, bring it to your bring it to your house and pursue from there. Now, choose it. Choose the right passion for you that makes you happy and joyful. Then have a positive attitude. Once you have made the choice, you believe that it will happen for you, and then you will create a lot of possibilities in your life. And last but not the least, stay focused, do it every day. So this is what we discussed on that day in that leadership session. And if you are interested to join the leadership session next week, then I will share the link in the description of my course. You can join the Leadership Connect course. That will help you to get the link for the Leadership Connect. And also, you'll get a lot of invaluable resources on personal development, public speaking, and leadership development. So go to the link, join the course. It's free and for you. So that's all. Thank you, everyone. Take care and have a nice week.